So, we're back here again, huh? If you saw the last video that was like this one, you're probably wondering what's going on and why are we here again? And sitting in the bed, speaking from the heart with the Johnny Joestar hat on. Well, I know I've done a video like this once before, but I wanted to make another one because sometimes you just need a reminder. If you don't know who I am and you've just stumbled across this video because of its title, my name's Brennan. The channel name is Nice Comic Fly. I'm an aspiring voice actor. I've just started to do that sort of voice acting stuff for my channel, but that's not really what's important. What's important is the title of this video that you've seen. It's You Matter. And that might seem like a silly thing to say, but although I'm not very old or anything like that, I have experienced a decent amount of stuff in life, and I can safely say that sometimes simple, kind words are all that someone really needs, either to grab their attention or to just put their soul at ease. And I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story because I don't know what you're going through right now. You may be highly anxious, or maybe your heart's uneasy and you feel depressed. And I can tell you that I've been where you are before. I've attempted to take my own life twice. Once I tried to hang myself, and the other time I tried to shoot myself. I actually managed, I nearly did hang myself, but my survival instincts kicked in and I got myself out of the situation somehow, partially because I'm really bad at tying. And the other time I just decided that it wasn't worth it, and I needed to keep going. I wrote a suicide note maybe 4 or 5 times, and have at least planned out a suicide 5 times, and the 2 that I mentioned, those were part of the ones that I had planned out, and they were the only ones that I had really gone through with. I've been told that I won't ever amount to anything. I was born prematurely, only 3 pounds and 2 ounces, about 2 months early, and it was mainly because my mom had an emergency C-section due to the fact that they lost my heartbeat. And I'm told that when I came out, the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, and I had one little finger holding it off. And throughout life, doctors told my mother that, well, some of them told my mother that I was going to be slow, I'm maybe mentally handicapped, have some sort of mental issue. And then throughout school, I was constantly picked on. Some of my teachers told me I would never amount to anything. And in my adult life is when I really had started to give up. I worked for my dad. I didn't see my life going anywhere. And I felt like the purpose that I was here for I would never find out. But I'm here right now. And although there are days that I just want to lay in this bed and hope that I don't wake up, I have to carry on. You have to take it one day at a time, because everybody's life is a journey, and mine's not finished yet. I don't have permission to quit just yet. And what I'm trying to say with this is, everybody told me I didn't matter. Well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people did, and maybe you're experiencing that. Or maybe, more specifically, whatever the struggle that you have going on could be simple in someone else's eyes, but mean the world to you. And I want to tell you that whatever that struggle is, I don't care if you're rich, if you're famous, whoever you are, or whatever your past is, whatever you're going to be, or what you were, none of that matters. Because your struggle matters to you. And your struggle impacts you. That struggle can weigh 1 pound for someone else, but 1,000,000 pounds for you. And I want you to know, it's okay. Don't let anyone tell you that whatever you're going through does not mean nearly as much as something someone else goes through. If you have depression and you're not out on the street, or you don't come from an abusive home life, maybe everything's okay and you're depressed anyway. Don't let anyone tell you that your depression doesn't matter because your situation isn't as bad as someone else. We all struggle. I'm sure you've heard of Robin Williams. The man's an inspiration to me, and I'm sure he's the inspiration to a lot of other aspiring voice actors out there. He seemed like such a happy guy, but he took his own life. He was responsible for things like Mrs. Doubtfire, The Genie in Aladdin, Mork and Mindy, countless other movies, and countless other things that brought people joy. But in the end, he couldn't bring joy to himself. And I think that's the case with a lot of people. There are a lot of people in this world who don't seem like anything's wrong, but maybe it's just because they're hiding it. And maybe that's you. And you don't want to reveal it because you're ashamed or you're afraid. You have to conquer that fear. You have to conquer that shame. And I won't lie to you and say it's going to be easy, because conquering oneself never is. But I can promise you that it's possible. And the underlying message of this is that no matter what your struggle is, no matter the pain you're facing, no matter what's happened to you in the past or what will happen to you in the future, no matter what you believe, trust me that you have a purpose. And if you stick around just a little bit longer, you might discover what that purpose is. Now, I'm a Christian man, so obviously my beliefs might differ from yours, especially a lot of people who are around my age specifically. I know that faith isn't something people hold on to much anymore, but to me that doesn't matter. Whether you're faithful, whether you're unfaithful, whether you believe that aliens came to the earth or whether you believe we came from monkeys, that doesn't matter to me, because regardless of that, you are human. And regardless of what you think, I may just be some guy on the other side of the screen, but I want you to know the countless amount of times that I have seen people give up and let their struggle consume them and drag them down. It's heartbreaking. And I want to do whatever I can to prevent that from happening. I'm just one guy on the internet. I don't get as much recognition as I used to, and maybe this video won't get much recognition at all, but it's not about saving this huge majority of people and getting a statue built in your honor. If one person can impact 10 people in their lives, and then that person they impacted, one of those 10, can impact 10 more people, and then those 10 impact 10 more people, well, the results would actually be pretty substantial. I'm not some miracle worker who's here to tell you of some great cure that'll make your problems go away. Like I said, I'm Christian, and trust me when I say that really does help a lot, but you still have to be willing to conquer the problems you have. You still have to be willing to endure whatever struggles you may be going through. Faith does get you far, but you do have to put some effort in. I just know that those of you who are around my age or younger than me, that things seem really hard right now. You're anxious about the future. How are you going to afford a house? Is your job going to work out? Maybe you'll never find someone in your life. Maybe the goals you're working towards now will follow through. And they'll fall apart. Whatever it may be, I want you to know that you and your struggle matter. Because a lot of people feel like it doesn't. And trust me when I say that it does. And I want you to know that if a guy like me, who was told he'd be mentally deficient, wasn't supposed to live through his birth, has tried to take his life twice, was told by the majority of people while he was in school that he was worthless and that he would never amount to anything and was an outcast, was told by the people he was supposed to look up to, teachers, some friends, some family, how pitiful he was, how much of a loser he was. If someone like me can still be here, can make it through that, when all of the odds were stacked against them, then you can too. I encourage you, look for whatever you can. Look for Christianity. Like I said, this is not a Bible. This is Hirohiko Araki's Guide to Manga. That is not a Bible. This is a Bible, though. Look into this. If you what do you have to lose? In anything, really. Not just this, but if you tell someone about it, your struggle, what do you have to lose by doing it? It's scary. It's frightening. But it's part of what saved me. It's part of what saved so many other people, because the first step to solving a problem is admitting that you have one. Even if it's not caused by you. Even if it was not a direct result of your actions. Life isn't easy. It's a long, winding road with a lot of mountains in the way. But we're not supposed to walk that road alone. Call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline if you feel the need to. The link is in the description. No, even if you don't feel the need to, if you're having suicidal thoughts, call them. And if you're a man, specifically a male, like me, I know there are a lot of people out there that for some reason treat male depression like it's different than female depression. No, it's not. Your struggle matters just as much as a woman's struggle does. That does not matter. Your gender does not matter. Because pain is pain. It doesn't discriminate against your gender, the color of your skin, your sexuality, your religion, whatever you believe. Pain is pain. Struggle is struggle. It will affect you. So don't let anyone tell you that it doesn't matter, and don't let anyone tell you that you don't matter. Because I know for a fact that every single person that watches this, regardless of who they are, regardless of what they've done, regardless of whatever shame they feel, does matter. And you can make it through your struggle. Christianity, friends, heck, some encouraging music, even just trying to exercise. There are so many ways you can help your situation. Now, if you have clinical depression, that's one of those things that, unfortunately, the only thing you could really rely on is taking, medicine for that, or just trying to live a healthier lifestyle to keep yourself at the best you can be, and sometimes that's the case. But sometimes that's all you can do. You have to take life one day at a time. Don't worry about what is coming. Don't get anxious about what you can't even see yet, because it's not there. Look at what's in front of you. Focus on that. And move forward day by day. I may not know your name, but I want you to succeed, because I don't want to see more people fail. I don't know who you are, and I don't know how much you need this video, but you're in my prayers, even if I don't know your name. And I really do hope that whoever you are, this can help you, and you succeed. Because if a guy like me can still be standing before you, well, sitting, then you can make it through this too. I hope life treats you well after you see this. And if it doesn't, well, just keep getting back up. Climb whatever mountains are in your way. And when you get to the end of your journey, it'll be worth it.